I don't care too much, uh, because I've sort of resigned to this not being a particularly good role-playing game, more of a adventuring game. So it doesn't really matter. Like something like Skyrim or Fallout 4. Just roll with the bullshit that comes your way.
Maradino loves to read, but you've got to be quite sharp to find his secret literature.
We help ourselves to any goodies he might have left behind.
I don't see anyone here to stop us in any case.
Except how many are there? There's at least 3 level 16 undead creatures here. A lot of oil. Don't particularly want to ignite that. Looks like a mage and 2 fighters. Can we break the group? Ooh, there's Karul the Poison Breath. So it's an entire adventuring group here, more or less. Walcoom the Forsaken. 2 mages, 2 fighters, and a goddamn zombie. Latest research. Ha! The potion is complete and not a moment too soon. I fear the monster is growing bolder by the minute, and soon she may be nigh unstoppable. She lingers in the shadows, eyeing me eightfold, sizing up my succulent flesh and salivating. My life is a waking nightmare, as ever vigilant I remain, lest she appear where I least expect her, poised for the attack. But one sip of the elixir of courage will fortify my every limb and nerve. I'll poise my mighty heel of justice above her minuscule but abominable frame. And in one stomp of my mighty boot, the arachnid threat will be neutralized. Free will Maradino be of her reign of terror free at last. I must remember this most complex formula, the fruition of night upon desperate night of experimentation, in case one of her 1,000 sisters determines to take up her abandoned throne in the corner behind the company. Elixir of courage, 1 apple and 1 pumpkin, okay. So basically there was a spider here. Maradino's Cold Bones. Witch and the Beast. I probably should pick these up. I will forget the other ones. Were sheep recipe. Keep your finest sheep's wool from me, will you, father? I'll show you all. Wear sheep armor. Take a lock of the finest seasonal undead Eve's wool, and the page is ripped and you cannot discern the missing text. To increase your resistance to all things unfair.
Not even worth the rummaging.
what is it? Oh, Maradino's heavy rains. What exactly is it? Crack it open, inhale the musk of its pages, and learn something new. So it's a book. It's here. Looks like it's behind it. So how to get here? The secret files. Bloodstone shard. Right, so it's all about opening this. After a particularly vivid dream, Maradino was struck by an unshakable idea. His lair ought to be tucked deep into the earth, away from prying eyes and bothersome vagrants, and so he set out with his shovel, prepared to dig himself a palace worthy of one Maradino of the power of 10. He would sit, he imagined, sultan-like among his earthly pillars and muddy servants in his hidden mansion. Sky dwellers, scoffed he, what do they know of my ways? Late into the night did Maradino dig, but trouble brewed high up in the much maligned sky above Maradino. First, a droplet landed directly in Maradino's proud, unshifting eye. In the span of a single blink, Maradino's fortress to be was under attack by a million ceaseless, dewy soldiers. The great hole he had intended as the foyer quickly filled with a swirling miasma of water, mud, and failure. Maradino trudged back to his father's house, disillusioned by the sky's ill intentions. He would have his revenge. This is war. Foiled by rain. Yeah, that book is suspicious looking. Also shines suspiciously. Okay, it could initiate the fight here though. Winter Blast. Reason deal 150 water damage to all targets in an arc. Well, don't mind if I take that. If we are going to have to fight against the undead, we probably should initiate the fight while they're still down. That would mean get as far away from the fighters as possible, probably take down a guy or two at the corner. Poison breath guys, my biggest worry. Cold Bones. Witch and the Beast. It had been nearly 3 months since Maradino had seen green. Day after day he gazed from the windows of his father's home, waiting for the torrent of snow to cease. After many weeks of cold, Maradino grew impatient. Who was the winter to decide how long to stay and when to go? Shouldn't a wiser fellow, say Maradino himself, for instance, make such an important decision? It was settled. Maradino himself would clear winter from the land, and then its denizens would laud him as a hero. He swathed himself in furs and broom in hand, set to the task of sweeping every last snowflake into the bin. He worked for many long hours, but whatever progress he made would be quickly reversed by a constant gentle powdering from above. Maradino wailed. Maradino stamped. He glared into the grey-white sky above him, pointed a finger straight into its colorless mass and swore, "You will pay for this." I get the sort of gist of this Maradino fellow. The Witch and the Beast. Deep in the forest there lived a witch called Yar Germain. Her beauty and intelligence were unmatched in the realm, and at the age of 32, Yargermain decided to spend the rest of her life in the solitude of the forest. Legend has it that she befriended a mighty spirit who lived in the forest and that she became his lover and gave birth to his child. Sadly, Yargermain's newborn boy was ugly and looked more like a beast than a man-child. His whole body was covered in brown fur, and as the boy grew up in the forest, he looked more and more like a terrifying animal. He killed innocent people who ventured too near to Yargermain's hut, and so she decided to end her son's pitiful existence. Once the spirit discovered what she had done, he strangled her. Now he haunts the area around Yargermain's hut with the spirit of his son beside him. Could be relevant. Lab junk. Right. So we either initiate a fight or we open the hidden door, and we're likely initiate the fight that way anyway. I don't see any other thing we can do here. Clearly that's the hidden lair, and we need whatever is there to deal with the Troll King too. Looks like treasure, bloodstone, secret files, horrific scream skill book, probably other scrolls and random loot there. I still don't see anything related to the Troll King though. Stormy Nights. Also some other books. Where's a Stormy Night? Nothing gave the young Maradino quite such a fright as a thunderstorm. The booming, the banging, the flashing, the fury. It was enough to drive the lad utterly mad. Fortunately for Maradino, he was in excellent company, for his father's dogs felt the exact same way. To prevent the whole brood from nervously chewing their own paws to the bone, Canine and Youth were confined to a deep dark cellar during times of storm. Dogs calmed, and young Maradino with them. There they remained, snug as bunnies, until the storm passed. Yeah, that might explain some things. Maradino and the Matchbox. Maradino's Devouring Greed. Where's this book? As a child, Maradino was fascinated by the ephemeral dance of the flame. Prohibited from tinkering with his mother's matchbox, Maradino nevertheless dreamt of the day he'd be able to master a flame of his own. When he began his studies into the arcane wizarding arts, he came upon a spell that quite fascinated him. Ignea Capul it was called, and it promised to introduce his supple growing mind to a world of magical fire. Maradino studied the spell long into the night. As the sun crested upon the horizon, he determined to try what he had learned. Carefully, precisely, he spoke the words on the page. A warm sensation came over him. Was it the fire of knowledge? The power of the academic flame within? No, it was his very hair blazing and burning ever higher into the early morning. Maradino shrieked and dunked his head into his basin. He never attempted the spell again. Devouring Greed. Maradino had had enough. His mother had been baking sweet after delicate sweet from morning till noon, yet she had expressly prohibited him from trying even the tiniest crumb of her creations. She'd holler as he cried, but only the words "not for you" and "terrible," and must promise me reach his ears between his banshee-like wails. Imagine it. The boot of the matriarch pressed so firmly upon his neck, and those sweets just laying about untouched by his appreciative lips. But Maradino was no tyrant's thrall. No, he devised a plan to steal into the kitchen, while the she-devil of the kitchen went to the outhouse to relieve herself. In less than an hour she had dashed out, and Maradino had dashed in, stealthy as a guerrilla, determined to take what had been denied to him. Maradino had already shoved the fourth little pastry into his mouth when the despot returned. She screamed out and rushed over to our young revolutionary, and without ado began beating him about the back. Amid his pastry-addled cries, Maradino could only make out such meaningless phrases as rat poison and dead by morning. Let her have her little cookies, decided Maradino. Later that evening, after having been forced to swallow no small amount of charcoal by way of punishment, they tasted terrible anyway. Are there any additional books? Or is it the trigger book? Looks like the trigger book is the only thing left. Okay, I want to confirm that this actually triggers the fight.
Did that cause a reaction?
Hunters 1, secretive absent wizard 0.
We're getting pretty good at this, if I do say so myself.
Meteor strike scroll. Yeah, that's a good one. Even as scrolls, this costs quite a lot of action points to use. You take it. Secret files. They will sing Maradino's praises for 1,000 generations. I have learned how to enter the cave of Gungir, Troll King, and have imbued this very tome with the necessary spell. In the future, I need only bring this book to the ray of light that pierces the magic mushroom ring, and Gungir's treasure will transform from granite to gorgeous gold. Thank you very much.
Fortune!
Bloodstone shard.
Now this is valuable.
Why a shard? The bloodstone itself. We might use this to bypass the Immaculate test too. I'm not sure what point that would serve though, but that's the only. I can't see another way to open the door, so I would be at least inclined to try it, see what it does. I think we have a fight on our hands when we try to escape.
Hold your tongue and listen closely. Maradino the Omniscient will lay all bare.
Maradino's ghost. Didn't expect him to pop up. 4,800 plus. Weak to fire and earth. And especially about air or poison. There's basically. I'm level 14, these are all level 16, and they are numerically superior. This is a much tougher opponent than the Spider Queen. Still, there's nothing. Well, I'm not seeing anything particularly terrible from this opponent either, though. Can be frozen ghost for some reason. Okay. Should I focus on Maradino or clear out the surroundings? I really should clear out the surroundings. As long as there's so many casters about, I'm incomplete.
Must focus.
I missed a strike and got no criticals, so it was a terrible, terrible flurry attack. Welcome the Forsaken ship died.
I must focus.
Yeah, I'm just not hitting him. Taunt. I'm sure this is more or less a good choice to fight this guy because the poison won't pick. At the same time, he's a sturdy fucker. Boosting Maradino. I don't think I can do this fight in this way. Definitely should consider igniting the oils immediately.
Not so fast.
One down. He tried to move next to the fighter. The critical hit in.
Welcome the Forsaken
Holy
me
shit.
not. Return to me.
Oh, resurrection. So now there's a ghost too. Still, he used his entire turn to just resurrect. Not much oil left anymore, I blew it all away. There's no way I can quickly take down Maradino though, so that's more or less what focusing on the side characters makes much more sense. Still, I need to see if I can try to mute the fucker. It could pay off pretty massively. No spellcasting on a mage. Using might not be a terrible idea here. It should work on Maradino. Now it's more of a question, what do we want to play out of the fight? There's quite a lot of potential archery coming our way. So it might be better to just sort of create a barrier here to protect us, instead of trying to do anything specific with the barrier itself. Okay, Mr. Ghost, round 2.
Your agony brings joy to my heart.
We could try to freeze this area. Okay. I sort of have to be here, otherwise Jahan is incredibly vulnerable. At the same time, I'm not sure if I want to rush in there either. Or fell on his ass. Weakening Scarlet. Okay, didn't expect that. I'm trying to force Maradino to resurrect his ally. Right, we are not in a good position now. However, hopefully this will only strike his allies.
Let's see you evade this.
Stun, 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 stun. One down.
Your grave opens to
Another
welcome
one
you.
down. Maradino has barely flinched. I think I destroyed the body of this guy, like, there's nothing really to resurrect there. Although a ghost doesn't really need much of a body, now does it?
Ready!
Don't go for extra damage. Maradino is tough, but he's not by any means invulnerable. We have a lot of points we can use. A lot of backstabbing potential. So he can't exactly just keep ignoring this either. A third of his health is gone suddenly. And they're still fighting against totally pointless undead creation. Stun, stun, stun. Gonna need a new distraction. The entire point of this guy is to just delay the 2 additional side clicks. Marino's ghost, did he heal? So sure. I'll go with the decaying touch. So I'm not sure what he's doing, but healing shouldn't be an easy thing now. A lot of water. I suppose we could try to either freeze it or stun everything. Or is it ice? It looks like ice. It stays still. Meaning we can't really move. Ooh, yeah, air elemental. Immune to crippling. Doesn't really matter. We're still doing significant amounts of damage. They also try to knock everyone down, but I don't think so. Trying to make Maradino's time tough, that's my goal more or less. If I can put enough pressure on him, he might be basically forced to try to keep his own ass alive. Yeah, more or less 2/3 of his life is gone. So if he can't disrupt my activities severely soon, he's gone anyway. Maybe just pile damage on him. It won't amount to much with this, but still, it's something. Same with you. Elemental lightning. No, just stun failed, stun failed, stun failed. Stun. Excellent. Haha, yeah, healing does damage to him. Oh fuck, everyone's stunned now. Okay, this is bad. My entire team is unable to do anything. I don't think I might have a scroll that allows the removal of such things. I could also try to get rid of the water that would remove the electricity effect. Yeah, I don't really have all that many scrolls. Ooh, tornado. This might be... yeah, might be worthwhile. Just goddamn do it. Right, the electricity is gone, so the stun will go away. They're still stunned for multiple rounds though. And I removed the things that prevented the Maradino from healing. Yeah, did not plan this through. Removed most of the things, but not the stun effect. So more or less we lost the things that were going our way while Scarlet's gonna get gang bad pretty bad. And lovely.
Melodia the Dissonant. Maradino offers you one final paradox. Return to unlife.
Yeah. So they mainly got a free turn or two out of this. That's basically it. Still going to keep pressure on Maradino. Yeah, Scarlet's basically gonna die. I don't really see
Please assist me, friends!
any way to get around that. In a less troublesome fight, I would probably consider loading, but not in this. Also, you are butt naked totally. That is interesting. So I'm gonna waste a lot of my action points to get shit together here. Crap. Johan is fearful. Lost the armor, lost the weapon. Either attack or defend. Not sure if the armor would actually do anything too useful anyway. But at the same time, I'm not gonna kill Maradino no matter what I do. So, was it this? Probably. Inflict stunned on contact. Requires armor specialist 2, so it wasn't that. What other heavy armors do I have? Movement immunity fear. Okay. Taunt. At least I got the fighter. He doesn't have the mobility to get us. He's been moving constantly for multiple turns since he's oiled. Right. I released Resurrector. But we're in a very bad situation overall too. I don't think I can afford to start resurrecting people. We either... Yeah, let's burn. Got my own guy too, but he's gonna go down anyway, it doesn't matter. Johan is unable to do anything. What is Maradino gonna do? Shit. Stun, of course, it worked too. We're running down on hit points and I don't really have much left anymore. Taking down Maradino's ghost alone isn't gonna be enough. But it just has to happen. Otherwise I can't do shit. I think he's pretty much dead no matter what happens. But I still have to buy a little bit of time, otherwise I'm boned. Basically block their access to me. Although Medora won't be able to do anything. We could still very easily lose this. Basically because I lost control of Johan, so I have no healing power. Can I get rid of stun? Her turn is next, that's why I did it. She is by far our most best damage dealer. Highest chance of survival too. Go with an air elemental to buy time, acts as a block. And I'm re-stunned. Okay, kill him. 10,000 experience points to the guys who are alive, but probably not. Did you get the experience too? Ah, okay, you can see it later. I don't see how they could win this anymore. They can attack my one guy who has high armor class and have almost full health. He's gonna trigger the oil if he goes there.
The unending darkness.
Yeah. What the hell did I kill? You. Burn to death. You have resurrection scrolls.
Sweet relief!
Oh, what are yellow items? Divine, right. Ah, who's in trouble? I think Roderick is in the biggest trouble, because he is still vulnerable to Archer. More or less, we're doing just fine, I think. And she's out of the fight. Thank you very much. I don't know what you can do. Just stay out of the way. Aurora isn't exactly doing well, but she isn't doing too badly either. I can't get rid of the electricity unless I get rid of the water. But I'd have to ignite things pretty badly to do it, so I'm not sure if that's better or worse. At the same time, the stun effect it's literally killing me.
Sparks!
Isn't exactly great, but it'll put an end to it. Misclick.
The power of air purifies the earth.
I don't care what it does as long as it gets rid of the electricity. That's the only thing I care about. It also goes through walls, which is an additional plus. Okay, healing your own ass isn't gonna make a difference. Chance to hit is terrible. Probably an Archer thing.
A man at arms is always intense.
Okay, he's going to die. Too far. No? Well, yes.
I can smell your fear.
Okay. That was a nice little fight. More troublesome than I expected, certainly. Didn't expect a resurrection. Ah, a single resurrection scroll used up, not exactly a big problem for us though. And looking at the loot, definitely worth it. We got the solution to the Troll King dilemma and multiple divine items, which are apparently above what I expected to be the highest class legendary items. Yeah, two no, unidentified superior sarong and unidentified mercy give her a one-handed weapon. So terrible equipment basically for us, but still valuable.
Striking it rich.
I'm looking what exactly we got from this, but yeah, this is the end for us. We'll deal with the rest of the crab some other time. Loot, loot, loot. Okay, this might not be that bad. I thought this would be a warrior's weapon, but it looks like it's a thief's weapon. Ah, crap. $50 to 83 piercing, some fire damage. Chance to set fear, chance to set disease, chance to set burning. Level 16, yeah, it's a slick dagger. Okay, dark sword, this is the crap. No one uses one-handed weapons. It's a good sword. Massive increase in critical chance. Chance to set slowed, but yeah, no one's gonna ever use this. The sarongs might be useful. Everyone can use a sarong. Dexterity, water resistance, unlock skill regeneration. Yep, sounds nice. The Sub-Zero Superior Sarong of the Contortionist. Dexterity, water resistance, initiative, Winter Blast. I think Winter Blast was like a master level ability. I think the skill level affects the cost. But do I have Winter Blast? No, not yet. Yeah, master level ability. But I have the skills, so I can actually use this at a reasonable action point cost. Good chance to set frozen status, unlimited uses, does closer to 200 points of water damage. So yeah, this is probably a good item for us, at least for the moment. Mostly useful items for Scarlet, I guess. The dagger isn't anything super special, damage-wise. It has 3 status effects. No point using it yet, it's too high level. Fire resistance, earth resistance versus regeneration, water resistance, and dexterity. Yeah, I think I'll switch. How costly is it? Say 7. In a desperate situation, though, it's a heal versus I can heal more and spend 2 action points. Yeah, it's there. It doesn't make sense unless you have some skill in the actual spell crafting ability. Otherwise, yeah. I don't get this. It sort of looks like you could get around to you not having the skill, but in reality you can. So I just don't get the benefit really. Seems nice, isn't actually it. So the resistance sarong doesn't look all that bad. +1 dexterity is still nice. Offense rating, dexterity, scoundrel skills, defense rating. We've had a little bit of trouble with offense rating recently. Especially these level opponents, we are not reaching 100% accuracy anymore. Stun is no. So how do we get out of the study? Should I level up? I probably should. I more or less know what I need to do. Level 15, so we'll get extra abilities. Shackles of Pain. I'm not sure if I want this. Target will receive all damage you receive. It's not exactly horrible, but it's counter to the idea of how we're using abilities with Fedora. Okay, I can't upgrade anything immediately. No. I'm not doing this now. It's gonna take too much time because I got a talent point too, and this is very likely the last talent point, or maybe the second to last. I might be getting a talent point like once every 4 or 5 levels, so there's still room for one more, I think. But these are starting to be very important choices now. And ability wise, I don't know. I suppose we'll go with two-handed, and then not sure about the Tenebrium. Two-handed simply because damage has always been the focus of this character, always. So it has to be 5. There's no getting around that. Can go higher than 5. Although it only increases critical chance anymore, not the damage multiplier, so it's not all that useful. I suppose it's because you can push it for higher with the equipment, not really necessarily with skills. I'll take armor specialist. I have a good armor in storage, but I can't use it because I lack skill. Yeah, so somewhat of an upgrade. Inflict stun on contact, that's the nice part. What else? Extra ability points? I don't know. Extra attribute point to spend, extra ability points. %3 times man-at-arms at extra elemental resistance. This would basically give us, what, 15% resistances all around to all elements. But again, it's not how this character is built. This is for doing damage. When resurrected, you revive with full health. Wouldn't be a horrible thing. We could sacrifice her, just resurrect her, and she's ready to go again. %15 extra health. Again, we're not building a tank out of her. Removes defense penalty when flanked. Again, not us. Extra armor. 10 extra armor. Duration of statuses that have bodybuilding saving throw reduced. Yeah, I think extra ability or the attribute points would be the most valuable ones to our way of playing. Because we are very tied to those action points. All the good abilities cost quite a bit, so It's quite often I can only use one ability even if I have multiple available, so that's just not good. Perception would increase chance to get critical hits. So I don't know. I think I'll leave the talent points alone, at least for now, because I might have to think about too much. Easier to get things through if I just bypass it for now. Right, we're starting to be at a point where there's really no point in investing a lot of this crap. Either we take a new magical skill group or start putting up defenses so we have resistances to things like getting stunned. Willpower, it would be more to my liking, I guess. Bodybuilding is nice, but there are a lot of disabling abilities in bodybuilding. Willpower is absolutely just playing you out of the fight type of ability. I can't make a quick decision, so I'll bypass this entirely. Spellcasters have to go with something else. They have their 2 spellcasting skills as maximum, so Geomancer has to be taken by someone. I don't see anyone but Roderick being the one to take it. At the same time, I don't have any spells now, so there's no point really taking it. I suppose same here. I also don't know the value of Tenebrium weaponry in general. The spellcasters can probably do without it, but with the rest, especially with Medora, I don't know. This is more about, do we want to invest in craft? Because with a single point in crafting I can push it to 5 and I might be able to unlock a lot of upgrade options for equipment to give us a little bit of an extra edge. So it might be worthwhile, but I don't know if I actually get it. I'm not sure if I want to test it out now. There's always a chance I could get better gear or make another character to do it. So yeah, I think I'll just let the choices be for now.